Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I am here to do the things. I am far more excited about this than I should be, mainly because I am the biggest Obsession fan that you know. I have watched the movie 6 times. I watched it with my brother. I watched it with my friend Jordan. I watched it with my sister. I watched it with my wife. I watched it with her family. Then we bought it and we watched it again. So I feel like I'm the perfect person to talk about what we are talking about today. I want to say this up top. I'm nice, okay? And I do this for a living, and I would like to give creators the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that people should get absolutely murked and ripped and shredded and canceled over a bad take on a movie, but I haven't watched the video yet. So here's a little bit of the background before we get into the shit. So Alex Meyers, big YouTuber, 4 million subscribers. He makes a bunch of videos about movie, television, etc., right? And he decided to get some takes off about the movie Obsession, okay? Apparently, the review, the video was so bad that he got tons of backlash on it. He pinned a comment coping about it. He deletes the video. He uploads a response and apology video. He deletes that video too. Then he puts out a community post saying, "Yeah, I deleted everything. I fucked it up." So I think that all of that is that's a lot. That's a lot to go through and do over people not liking a movie review. So today, we are going to actually watch the movie review because I don't believe in hating on somebody based on secondhand information. He deleted these videos, but the internet is forever. When I am creating content, I imagine that everything that I do on this app will be recorded and used against me. There is no point in putting out something and thinking that you can delete it and you'll just be fine. It's not the way shit works. So we are going to be watching his deleted video, and there's just nothing he can do about it. That's just the nature of the game, baby. I don't know what to tell you. So for those of you that don't know, is he divorced twice? I don't give a shit about that. That is none of my business. For those of you that don't know, this is what his channel looks like. Alex Meyers, he does animation. I haven't watched any of his content. I don't know anything about the guy. That's why I think I'm the perfect person to talk about this. I am unbiased. I don't know the man. I don't know. But he's uploaded 519 videos. And as somebody that has been on YouTube for a while as a consumer, but also as a creator, I have uploaded 948 videos, and I've done a pretty good job of not having people hate me over them. So I think I am qualified enough. I see 60 derps have pulled up, minimum. I love to see it. Hey, look, it's me live. So here's where we're at. Shout out that orange app. We're on Reddit. We are on Reddit. Made great videos as of last checking in before this. We're going to find out. I have just heard small little clips. I'm not going to do that thing where I pretend like this is the first time I'm hearing all of it. But I definitely haven't heard the full 15 minutes, 7 minutes. There's like 22, 23 minutes of video here. So we're going to watch this review and we're going to see what all the fuss is about. And I have like a little list here, or I have a notepad here rather, where it's like, I'm going to take down the things that as a consumer or as a content creator, I think he probably should be held accountable for. But I am open to feedback. If you think I'm cutting him too much slack, or if you think I'm being too harsh, let me know. I mean, I'm just a guy. I mean, I do know what I'm talking about, but you know, I would appreciate the participation. Without further ado, like the video. We're on Twitter at Derapy_. We're on Twitch at DerapyPod. We're on YouTube.com. This is Alex Meyers Obsession Review. Editor Derek, lock in. Quick volume check. Let's see what the fuss is about.
Warning, this video is an attempt at a good faith, nuanced look at the fictional movie Obsession and the characters therein, which
good faith, nuanced look at the movie Obsession.
Which will probably upset some of you for some reason.
Okay. This is already a bad start.
Warning, this video is an attempt at a good faith, nuanced look at the fictional
Can
movie
I pause with a space bar? Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Obsession and the characters therein, which will probably upset some of you.
Which will probably upset some of you for some reason. So he starts the video by saying this is probably going to upset you, which is not something that I would do if I want people to enjoy the content. My goal every time I create a piece of content is you leave the content feeling better about yourself than you did coming into it. Alex Meyers is not committed to that with this video. I don't think that's good.
For some reason. You know, I don't think I've seen the internet freak out about a movie like they have with Obsession. At least not in a long time. Maybe K-pop Demon Hunters was the last time where, like, everywhere you looked, everyone had an opinion about it. I guess you could say everyone's kind of obsessed. So I knew I had to make
Jesus Christ, okay.
a video about it, but like they kept pushing back the VOD release date, you know, because y'all kept on watching it. $750,000 budget and it made $300 million. One of the biggest indie film success stories of all
It's a good movie. It's a great movie. I love it.
time. Now, I don't make a lot of videos about horror stuff, but I mean, a semi-rom-com about a nerdy loser guy who gets the girl at the end. Wow, this sounds like a nice, wholesome movie. But okay, let's check it out. So come along, kids. Let's take a walk.
I feel like I'm coming apart. I think about you all the time.
Okay, here's something that I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about when discussing the movie Obsession. I'm so excited to talk about this. What this opening soliloquy is meant to show is that Bear, the main character in this movie, he is the one that's actually obsessed. The way that he is talking about this girl that he is just friends with, that he has never flirted with, this is not normal behavior. I'm coming apart without you. I can't imagine my life without you. This is weird. You shouldn't talk about friends this way. So I just, you know, I'm curious to see just how nuanced our boy Alex is gonna get here.
Nikki, I'm gonna try not to. You're in every song I listen to.
You're in every song I listen to. It's crazy.
Marching along as their song fills the air. Gummy bear.
Nikki! So this is our main character, Bear.
Very nuanced look.
Bear is 25, according to the screenplay, and he's never outgrown his awkward high school loser persona, which means he's gonna have a great career one day as an online content creator. Hi there, welcome to Twitch. Are you mentally stuck at 15? Perfect, we're gonna put you on the front page.
Yeah, if you want.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sorry I
No.
made you do that.
No, it's okay. You're okay. It's
Just,
fun break.
just pretend like.
You're good.
Oh my god, dude, that was so embarrassing. Can we...
I don't know, man, you got that strawberry milkshake sitting right there, so something tells me you're the kind of guy who's internalized a few too many rom-coms written by equally pathetic losers as yourself. I mean, trust me, ain't my first rodeo. So this is...
I don't know what I expected when I started watching this, but this shit is just not that funny. Actually, I'm being too nice. It's really not funny at all. I think it's weird to open your video by saying you're gonna give like a very in-depth, nuanced look at the movie and just like not really talk about the movie and just make really, really shitty jokes. I really don't understand what this is. Before we even get into the stuff he's in trouble for, like I just think the content isn't that good, but I'm not gonna get into that. That's not why we're here. I'm sorry.
Bear's friend, Ian? I guess they're not really like friends, but they like work together. But anyway, Ian is currently trying to help Bear practice how to ask out a girl named Nikki, the girl of his dreams.
Have you ever actually like flirted with Nikki? Be playfully mean with her.
Be mean to her.
Playfully mean, yeah, but bring up freaky Nikki.
And that will, like, take her breath away.
Just say, Nikki, I think we should grab a drink sometime.
Okay, so real talk, if you have to try this hard to have this kind of like game plan on how to ask a girl out, then like, it's already gonna fail, okay? If it's this hard, you've already lost. I mean, as douchey as Ian is, like he's right when he says, you know, have you ever even flirted with Nikki, like at all? Cause it's really weird to come out of nowhere and be like, dearest fair maiden, I know we've only exchanged mere pleasantries these past few years, but I must inform you that I wish to begin a courtship. Bro, I just came over here to fart, okay?
Okay, but that's not even what happens in the movie though. He's not even describing the movie properly. It's not like they don't know each other that well. They work together. They see each other every week, and Nikki was there for him when his grandmother died. So they are seemingly very close friends. They also talk about how they do trivia like every single week. So I think that this Alex fellow probably only watched the movie one time. The jokes he's getting off, not only are they not funny, just, you know, for my personal opinion, but they also don't even like properly represent what happens in the movie. Also, it is so common It is so common for people to talk to their friends about what to say to the person that they have a crush on. Like, I don't even know why that's worth making fun of. Like, I know grown men that'll hit me up and be like, yo, I'm talking to this girl. She said this. What do you think about this? Like, what do I say to her? Like, that's not that weird. Whatever. Do people hate this because it's just a bad review? Is that what's going on?
Anyway, so that night, Bear goes home and finds his cat dead. Apparently it got into his grandma's medicine or whatever.
No. No. How did you get into these?
Little backstory. So Bear's living in his grandma's house, who recently passed away. So, it's full of all kinds of grandma stuff, like insanely racist paperweights. As you might imagine, Bear's got a lot on his mind. His cat died. He has no idea how to ask out Nikki. He's walking around with this haircut. Like, my dude can't catch a break.
Okay. Is it cringe to ask your friends for advice? Apparently. It gets better. Wait till you hear what he says about Nikki. All right, I'm excited. I tried watching this review but couldn't get through it. Well, that's why I'm here.
So it's Wednesday night, which means trivia night, because Bear and his friends are super cool. The team is Bear, Ian, Nikki, and their other...
Trivia night's cool, by the way. I don't know. I'm not trying to be like a dick or anything. I just feel like the way that Alex presents himself in these YouTube videos, like he doesn't even sound like somebody I would want to be friends with, but I don't know. Maybe that's just asking too much of the content creators that you subscribe to. Like I'd prefer to come across as likable to you all as opposed to, making fun of you for enjoying trivia night.
friend Sarah, and they all work together with this music shop place, which seems to have a lot of employees for a random store on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. So he's feeling pretty down, as you could imagine, but Nikki, of all people, calls him up to ask if he's gonna hang out with the friend group that night.
I don't think I can tonight. I'm just catching up on some stuff.
He didn't even mention the fact that Bear was already looking at her Instagram and staring at her creepily before she called. I guess he didn't think that was important.
Yeah, so I'm putting in my 2 weeks.
Really?
Shit! God damn it!
Are you okay?
No, I just dropped my crystal necklace down the drain.
Oh, no, crystal necklace! Bear, get out while you still can. But then again, Nikki is a hot Latina, so one can only remain strong for so long. Now, because Nikki dropped her necklace, Bear gets this idea.
She's a hot Latina. Okay. I think it's interesting to describe somebody this way as somebody that's watched the movie half a dozen times. They never bring up in the movie that she's Latina. I didn't think about that at all when I was watching the movie. I also think that it's odd that at this point in the review, we haven't really seen Nikki in person yet, and he's already she's a hot Latina. This just doesn't feel like a very nuanced, thoughtful take on the film so far, but whatever. It's whatever, dog.
To get her another one. Be the hero, get his foot in the door, and then have no idea what to do afterwards, like me 80% of the time.
Shocked he's able to get off clips like this in his videos just by putting a cartoon version of himself in the corner. I don't know YouTube would allow that shit. She's a Mexican Australian. Yeah, I think I looked it up. She's half Mexican, half Australian or whatever. I don't know. I just, maybe I think that I'm at a bigger age than I actually am, but calling somebody a hot Latina is just odd to me, especially it's somebody you don't know. It's just a character in a movie. Whatever.
Love says amaze your friends. Hey guys, check this out. Awesome, do it again.
Yeah, well, they've been
Okay.
pretty popular since we put them out. Everybody wants a wish. Some people don't open them, but the people who do, come back and complain.
Or it does work and it ruins their lives.
Or they die or wish they were dead.
Ah, yes, the Millennial Special. Rather experienced myself. Also, it's kind of funny that Bear is better at flirting with this girl here than he is with the girl he actually likes, which is such a real thing, but...
What does it say about Alex Meyers that he thinks that Bear was successfully flirting with this shop owner in the scene? Because I didn't get that vibe at all. I think he's just talking to her casually and nervously about the fact that she said people were always returning it. All he did was chuckle and smile. I don't really see how that's flirting, but maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know if he's purposely misinterpreting every one of these scenes, but I just didn't get that vibe at all.
By the way, why does that happen? Anyway, so he buys the One Wish Willow to give to Nikki later that night at trivia.
Anything else?
I'll get a pina colada.
Pina colada?
Don't make fun of my drink. What?
I like a man who's in touch with his feminine.
Hey, whoa, didn't ask your opinion, Nikki. So here we get a look at who
Damn, she was just being funny.
Nikki is. And she seems like she's kind of one of those girls who's like those like ball buster types, you know? She's always like, ha, bitch can't handle all this. I've never met a guy who can keep up with me. And then they just lay there like SpongeBob. Also, again,
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. I get it. Fuck. Okay. So, okay, that's really bad. So, if you watch the movie, there is spoiler alert for the movie. He makes this wish, and the person that is piloting Nikki's body is obsessed with him and willing to do anything to make him happy. This is including like engaging in a sexual relationship. And at one point, it's explicitly shown in the movie that the main character is having sex with Nikki, and she is in fact laying there like quote unquote SpongeBob, not doing anything. And it is effectively rape. Obviously, we're not getting monetized. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you watch the movie, if you watch the movie one time, you would know that there is this pretty jarring scene where he's having sex with this emotionless woman, and she is kind of laying there in the same way that he just jokingly described. So I could understand why people would hear him say that and be like, that's fucking weird. Now, if this was me, if I got off a joke like this, I would say, it was not my intention to correlate these things, make that connection. Looking at it from this perspective, I could understand why I offended people. I fucked up, I'm sorry, okay? I want to believe that that on its own would, kind of settle things, but of course he does not do that. By the way, I don't even think this is the main thing that people are upset about, but the guy's sense of humor, first of all, it's just fucking cracked. It's just not great. That's just an opinion though. But the idea that because she is joking with him about ordering a pina colada, she's a ball buster that comes across as a spicy Latina that says you can't handle all of this. She has not displayed anything sexual at all whatsoever. I think that's really important to get across. Nikki doesn't dress provocatively. There has been no conversation about physical intimacy or sex whatsoever. And Alex Meyers is like, she seems like the type to talk big shit and then be like a fucking pillow princess. That's weird that you are sexually objectifying somebody whose character doesn't display any of the shit that you're referring to. So that is bad. That is wrong. I could see why people are upset about that. I came in here ready to cut him slack. This shit is not good. And we're like very, very early on. Let me write this down so I don't forget. I feel like that's pretty bad. We got our SpongeBob joke off. And okay. If that was all it was, maybe we could still bounce back from it, but let's continue. Not a great start.
And somewhat ironic, but earlier Bear was like, you want me to be mean to her? Why would I do that? But then she's literally doing the same thing to him right now, and it's clearly working, so, interesting. Okay, so
I wouldn't count that as being mean to him. She's clearly like laughing and joking with him, and he's smiling about it, but okay.
trivia's about to start, and Bear's left standing there with Sarah, the other girl they work with that I mentioned, and he tells her that his cat died earlier that night.
He died.
Next theme is going to be
What?
early film trivia.
Sandy died.
Okay, this first one.
That's such a crazy time to drop that information. Sandy died. Okay, thank you.
It's a two-parter.
What?
And you have to answer both. Here we go.
Really?
This animated film features a blue genie.
Here, I'm so sorry.
Wait, hold on, back up. So the trivia topic was early film trivia, and the question was, this film has a blue genie that grants wishes. Ah, yes, the ancient year of 1992. But more importantly, so here we get a look into
criticizing the fake trivia questions.
the dynamics of the whole friend group. Okay, so Ian is kind of like a douche, right? Nikki seems like one of those girls who's one of the guys, you know, and Bear has a
Nikki seems like one of those girls that's one of the guys. I just don't get that vibe. Is it because she's like not wearing a dress? Am I tripping? Does Nikki come across like just one of the guys? Maybe because, I don't know, she's a ball buster? Maybe? I don't know. I just didn't get that vibe, you know? I just feel like she's a cool girl. She's pretty and she's cool. She's very interesting. I don't know why he's like assigning these labels to her. It's very interesting.
huge crush on Nikki, even though Sarah over here is clearly into Bear on some level, and he just like doesn't notice, doesn't care. So Bear's choices are Crystal Mommy or Septum Girl. So this dude never stood a chance.
What the fuck does that mean? Also, what the fuck is this drawing? Okay, chat dude, time out. What am I looking at right now? It looks like, I don't know what position why does this feel like ill? Why does he draw them like that? That's not even what I was gonna say. So, Crystal Mommy makes me want to yak, first of all. Never heard anybody put these two words together. I don't really know what that's supposed to imply. But furthermore, Crystal Mommy or Septum Girl? What is a Septum Girl? What does that mean? It's just a girl with a septum piercing? I see why people hate this. I see why people hate this.
Like, you might as well put that chastity belt in your Amazon cart right now, my dude. Anyway, so
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. You might as well put that chastity belt in your Amazon cart. I'm trying to understand what the joke is. I guess he's saying that, like, he has no chance of, like, having sex with either of them. But, like, he just hasn't given any indication that that's, like, something that he's trying to do, though. Oh, this shit sucks. I'm not gonna lie. You guys know that, like, my mission is to come in here and try and be, like, charitable. And it's not working. It's not working.
trivia night's over and it's time to go home. Nikki needs a ride, and so of course Bear's like,
Long day. I don't want to go to the next fucking bar with
My
you guys.
car's headed to Greedos,
We could
Nikki.
drop her off on the way.
I can take you home.
Okay. Jesus, Ian. Annoying you.
Ian, get your girl home safe.
Ew.
Shut the fuck up, Ian.
Don't say it like that. See you later, Bear. All right, Bear.
yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. So Bear takes Nikki home, and of course,
I genuinely don't know what the joke is. What bothers me is, like, very crucial things are happening in the movie that he's just not acknowledging at all. So Ian saying, get your girl home safe, I feel like he's low-key cock-blocking him. Why would you say that in front of the girl that you know he has feelings for and he's trying to tell her how he feels about her? Also, he says, get your girl home safe, and she says, ew. I thought the worst she could say is no. Fuck. But I don't know. I'm just gonna operate off the assumption that Alex Meyers watched this movie one time because I just feel like he's not picking up on shit. Where's the nuanced takes? I've heard nothing. I've heard literally nothing.
on the way they have some kind of heart-to-heart talk, you know, talk about life, man. It's all very Life is Strange, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Max, let's get out of this town. I hate my dad.
I'm not happy
That is not all the conversation is about.
either.
I mean, it's just a job, Nikki.
Yeah, well, I want to write.
Oh, a Crystal Mommy and the writer. Well, something tells me this movie would have gone the same way for Bear, whether he made the wish or not.
No.
Okay, I gotta hate him. I gotta hate him. It's so obvious that the beginning of this video was just a lie. Like, he's not actually trying to, like, take a deep and thoughtful, nuanced look at the movie. The conversation that they're having, she actually talks about what she's writing in the book, and they talk about the difference between love and romance, which is actually quite a big theme throughout the movie. Like, romance is more intentional. Love is like very just straight on, direct, feeling based, which is like directly in line with the wish that he ends up making. I just don't understand. Also, like, what is this negative connotation about around being a writer? Like, this shit sucks. It's really bad. If I was a fan of Alex Meyers, this would be the point where I'd shut off the video, because he's not actually doing any real analysis. He's just getting off weak-ass jokes that don't even make sense.
It's not a romance, it's a love story.
Isn't that the same thing?
You know, you're the only person that I get to really talk to about this stuff.
Ah, yes. Well, see, Bear, when a girl says that, what she really means is, you better not ask me out and ruin this friendship. Anyway, so Bear takes...
I would argue the exact opposite thing, but okay. Your t-shirt describes dude's video perfectly. Yeah, this is straight brain rot shit. This is so much worse than I thought it was, by the way. I thought he was just gonna get off some bad jokes, but he's like not even really properly engaging with the movie.
her home and he tries to flirt with her like Ian said, but I mean, you see the kind of sweaters he wears. You can only imagine what kind of game he has.
Night, Freaky Nikki.
Ew, don't call me that.
Fuck.
I know, I was kidding.
Dude, that shit hurts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing my own movie analysis because it's not happening from this guy. I would just like to note that this is the second time that she has said ew in reference to Bear. First it was get your girl home, ew, don't say that. Then he's like Freaky Nikki. She's like, ew, don't call me that. Wrap it the fuck up.
Do you like me?
This is like the first decent semi-comical edit. He held it too long though.
I think we're good friends.
That shit kills me. Every time I saw that shit, it made me just sink into my chair. Do you like me? I think we're good as friends. Oh, bro.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, buddy. What are you gonna do?
What? My dude, she's leaving anyway. This is your chance. She says, do you like me? And then you say, what? Yes, I do. Also, apropos of nothing, I'm gonna get a haircut, so don't worry. But alas, he says no when she goes into her house.
One wish, Willow. Maze your friends, you only get one wish. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the
Shrekin.
world.
Okay, so jokes aside, up until this
Jokes aside, it took him 8 minutes to stop joking and try and do like a real analysis. Let's see what Buddy's thinking.
point, Bear was just a dude with a crush on a girl that he was too scared to talk to. Okay, a story of my life. He pulls out this $7 wishing toy. He's like, golly gee, I sure wish Nikki loved me too. But here's where everything changes, okay?
Maybe you want to come inside? I mean, I did just lose my cat, Bear.
You lost your cat?
Oh, wait. I mean, you lost your cat. I'm so sorry.
So as you can see, Nikki's starting to act a little out of character. She's saying things that don't make sense. She also demands to go over to his house to spend the night.
The animation of that woman is so funny, but like it just really doesn't accurately depict like what she's acting like. She's like, my cat died. Wait, it wasn't actually my cat. Alex Meyers has her animated like I don't get it, dog. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's just a weird editing choice. Odd animation.
Your cat. I'm so sorry.
So as you can see,
Like, why
Nikki's
is he
starting to act a
presenting
little
her like
out of
this?
character.
She's not acting
saying
like it
things
at
that
all.
don't make sense. She also demands to go over to his house to spend the night.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Nikki, why?
My dad's dying.
And you know, to Bear's credit, he's not immediately jumping at the chance.
Brother, what the fuck is this? What is this? Yo, look at look at the Nikki animation on the left side of your screen right now.
My dad's dying.
And
Brother, what the fuck is this?
you know, to Bear's credit, he's not immediately jumping at the chance to take advantage of.
What is she doing? What is she doing? What's going on? Look at this fucking image. What is happening? What is he doing?
of her or whatever. Like, he gives her privacy and space. To Bear's credit.
Okay, so he says that he's giving Bear credit for something. So let's see what Bear gets credit for.
Why?
My dad's dying.
And you know, to Bear's credit, he's not immediately jumping at the chance to take advantage of her or whatever. Like, he gives her privacy and space. He doesn't want to make it weird. He turns around when she takes her shirt off.
To Bear's credit, he's not immediately jumping at the chance to take advantage of her. I mean, true. He is not jumping at the chance to take advantage of her, but he shouldn't get credit for that because that's just like what a normal person would do, you know? She's acting strange. She just said that her dad is dying. You have said out loud, I've never seen you act like this before. And he's like, you gotta give him credit. At least he's not trying to have sex with her. Okay, all right, okay, all right. Not good, not good. This deserves an explanation. It makes the list. Give him credit. He didn't jump her. Night 1. Nice. Good stuff. Let's continue.
Like, based on what people were saying about this movie online, I expected Bear to be this, like, horribly angry, misogynistic incel dude, right? But, like, up until...
You expected him to be horrible, angry, and misogynistic? Well, that's why you're supposed to consume the media for yourself before you temper your expectations. You would think that somebody that's been doing YouTube as long as he has, as successful as he has, would, you know, whatever.
At this point, he's just some super socially awkward loser who has a crush on a girl, and he uses a
Calling him a loser is kind of insane. Like, I just... He's being so unnecessarily mean to all of the characters in the movies that it's got me low-key defending who everybody agrees is the villain of the movie. He's like, he's just a fucking incel, weak, never developed after high school, worthless, pitiful, pathetic fucking loser. Yo! He's just a guy that has a crush, doesn't know how to handle it. You know, like, all right, come on. Come on, dog.
$7 wishing toy that he assumes is not going to work. And then when Nikki starts acting like this, he's very confused and put off by it.
She was not acting like this. Whatever this animation is, she's not acting like that.
What were you doing?
God, the lighting in this movie is so fucking crazy. I've never seen anything like it. It's so scary.
I was just going to the bathroom.
Can you lay with me?
I don't know, Nikki.
Obviously, things get different later on, but at least up to this point, Bear has, like, no idea that the wishing willow worked. And again, to his credit...
To his credit. That's the shit that's frying him, though. Like, I think that in the same way that I went into this live stream ready to give Alex the benefit of the doubt, and he let me down very quickly, he came into this review trying to shoot Bear bail. So every time Bear doesn't do something that's particularly evil, he's like, to his credit, he still hasn't sexually assaulted anybody yet. Okay. All right, buddy. Okay. More to his credit. To his credit, he doesn't know about sleeping with her. Night 1. All right, let's continue.
The very next day, he immediately tells Ian that he thinks something's wrong with Nikki. Like he seems genuinely concerned.
Just pretend like we're laughing.
Of course he's genuinely concerned, because she scared him.
Yeah. I think Nikki is going through something.
What?
I don't know, dude. She was acting so weird. Like, she would, like...
Like, what? Is she okay?
No.
Now, I've seen a lot of people saying that this part is showing how Bear's trying to make Nikki seem crazy to other people or whatever, but, like, again, he has no way of knowing that the toy worked. Like, why would you think it did? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if he's purposely being dishonest or if he just wasn't paying that much attention to the movie. So when Nikki comes back to the car after he makes the wish, when she's acting weird, he looks in the backseat and the camera shows the one wish willow. So he does have an idea. He does have an idea. So you're just wrong. Like, either you're purposely lying or you didn't fucking watch the movie. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. He does have an idea. Also, furthermore, he also has an idea because she said, "Ew, don't call me that," and walked inside, and then he made the wish, and then she came back out and invited herself over. He probably has an idea. Like, it's fair to say he's not 100% sure at this point, but to say that he still has no idea is not true, and the movie tries to show you that.
Like, it was $7. Like, in any other circumstance, you'd probably do the same thing if your friends started acting like this out of nowhere, right? Anyway, so...
She just wasn't acting like that. The animation style was obnoxious, is my conclusion. He always paints Nikki in like the most outrageous, ridiculous light with these animations. She's just not acting like that.
Like, in any other circumstance, you'd probably do the same thing if your friends started acting like this out of nowhere, right? Anyway, so that night, Ian apparently talked to Nikki, and she said that she was on some drugs or whatever, and so maybe that explains why she was acting so erratic, you know, like when she and Bear kissed earlier.
I'm not gonna lie, gang. How do I say this? I have Molly experience. I just know, for whatever reason, and that's never a thing that's happened to like anybody ever. They're kissing somebody and then they throw themselves backward. But okay, all right. I do think that it's possible that Bear wanted to believe that she liked him and it wasn't the wish, so I could understand that. But I'm being extremely charitable.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
You kissed me.
I know, I thought I saw something.
So at this point, Bear thinks that Nikki was acting weird, kissed him, freaked out, etc. because she was on drugs, right? So again, to him, in this moment, it all seems totally above board. But then...
But why would drugs make you freak out like that mid-kiss, though?
And out of nowhere, Nikki goes over to Bear's house to apologize.
I was on MDMA.
I was on MDMA.
So if I was weird, that's why, and not saying that you took advantage of me.
Nikki, I didn't know you were on drugs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
Not saying what?
You took advantage of me.
I don't think I didn't.
I know, that's why I'm saying you didn't.
Okay, see, this is my point. Like, given the circumstances, Bear's being pretty normal about this, okay?
He's still fighting for Bear at this point. Like, he's trying to, like, in his future statements and apology or whatever, he's like, it was very clear that I was saying that Bear was the villain. No, it's not. No, it's actually really not. You were literally showing yourself, you animated yourself literally fighting for the guy. Oh, fuck, dude. This is... Whew, buddy, it's so clear that he's the only one that works on these videos, because I feel like if anybody else saw this, they'd be like, dude, I don't know, man. You're going way out the way.
Not saying what?
You took advantage of me.
I don't think I didn't.
I know, that's why...
Like, based on the way that Bear's reacting, I feel like he thinks that he may have taken advantage of her.
I'm saying you didn't.
Okay, see, this is my point. Like, given the circumstances, Bear's being pretty normal about this, okay? Given what he does and does not know by this point in the movie, like, he could have slept with her, or he could have taken some kind...
This is genuinely, like, the most disgusting animation I have ever seen in my life. I'm shocked that he even put this on YouTube. So, to illustrate the position that Nikki was in is, she is on drugs or possessed or whatever. He, like, draws her, like, in a pool of saliva with, like, her ass up in the air. Like, that is fucking insane. I feel like in all of the criticism that I've seen or heard about this, like, why is nobody talking about, like, look at how he animates himself in this frame, and look at how he animates, like, this woman. Like, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Have you seen The Mirror Theory? I have not.
kind of advantage of her, but he was rather...
Yeah, hold on. Let me just make note of this. Nasty animation work. Doggy style? Insane. Genuinely nuts. Honestly, get him banned.
Get him banned. Get him banned. We don't do that here. Oh, now I'm pissed.
I don't understand how you could draw something like that in good conscience, but let's continue.
Gentlemanly at the time. I mean, you know, for a guy who has this many Cosby sweaters. Wait, do you think this was on purpose? Like, do you think they dressed him like this intentionally?
I'm sorry, what?
Or he could have taken some kind of advantage of her, but he was rather gentlemanly at the time. I mean, you know, for a guy who has this many Cosby sweaters. Wait, do you think this was on purpose? Like, do you think they dressed him like this intentionally?
I really like.
Well, that's just another rape joke. I mean, Bill Cosby infamously was, you know, he got in trouble for like raping people when they were under the influence, and he's just like, you think they put him in a Cosby sweater because he could have raped this woman? Okay, just. I really want to be nice, but he's not making it easy. He's not making it easy at all. This is so much worse than I thought it was gonna be. Every couple seconds, we're just getting worse and worse shit. The animations are gross. The jokes are bad. The jokes are distasteful. But not only are they distasteful, they're just not funny. The man's joking about rape. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. It makes the list. The reason why I'm making this list is because eventually he's going to do an apology, and I need to know whether he addresses these things or not. I don't think he does.
What we have, and I want to be honest about some things, and it's really important for me.
It's okay.
I know you like me, Bear.
Why do you like me?
Would it freak you out if I said yes?
And thus begins their relationship. They start dating, hanging out, kissing, doing the devil's tango. And Bear's finally living the life he always wanted. Hot dog.
He still hasn't necessarily villainized Bear, and I feel like this is a conscious decision to not include the fact that he is having sex with this woman when she's not in control of her own body. Like, I feel like that's an important part of the movie that you should address. You know, you shouldn't just be like, they're doing the devil's tango. He is having sex with a woman that doesn't have control of her own body. So, holy shit. Okay. All right. Devil's tango. Is Bear the devil? That's the only way the joke works.
Turns out Nikki was in love with him the whole time.
What do you want to do? I mean, I've never really asked.
Well, that's not all your fault. Call me a closed book.
Well, I guess the good thing about a closed book
Is that I can return it to the Scholastic Book Fair and exchange it for the new Animorphs book. Maybe this is the one where things finally start making sense. No, it still doesn't. Now, suddenly, Bear gets a phone call from Ian. See, remember when Nikki told Bear that her dad was, like, sick or whatever? And Bear told that to Ian, and apparently Ian looked into this, because as far as Ian knew, Nikki hated her dad and hasn't seen or talked
Yeah, I'm not even acknowledging the joke. It's not worth it.
to him in, like, years.
Dare we check DM? Can I do it when I'm not doing the thing?
I'm not gonna tell Sarah about this because I don't want to spread drama. I looked into Nikki's dad.
Oh, wait a second. I know what you're talking about. The mirror theory is that, like, she turns back into the real Nikki every time she sees a reflection. Yeah, I saw that. Possible, but, you know. I feel like if that was the case, then the director would have said something about it by now.
Dad having cancer, and he's healthy as a baby.
That is fucking funny. He's healthy as a baby is a great line.
The heck does that mean? My dude, babies just have constant projectile vomit and diarrhea. The heck you talking about? Also, how exactly would you find...
Oh, I was trying to give it credit because it was a funny joke. He's saying that it's actually not. Okay, all right, whatever.
Find this out. Like, pretty sure you can't just call up a hospital and they tell you someone's medical history. Okay, so is Ian lying about this? Or was Nikki lying to Ian and Sarah about her dad this whole time? But okay.
The movie makes it very clear, like, very, very clear that she's lying about her dad. So I don't even know why he's implying that Ian could be lying. Again, it's like he's not watching the right movie.
Let's assume it's all true. Bear goes back to talk to Nikki about what he just learned.
Does your dad really have cancer?
This is probably one of the best scenes from the movie.
Oh, no.
He did ruin the joke.
No.
What?
No, 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 no.
okay, see, Bear, I don't know why you're making this face. You wanted the Crystal Mommy Latina experience, and you got the Crystal Mommy Latina experience.
I want to know if anybody that originally watched this video laughed at any of this shit at all. You wanted the Crystal Mommy Latina experience. What is that? What is that? What are you saying? What are you saying? Who thinks this is funny? There's no way he thinks this is funny. Crystal Mommy Latina experience. Jesus Christ.
But here's where Bear starts to maybe kind of realize what's really going on here.
Bear, I love you so much. I don't think I could live without you.
Where
You love me more than anyone in the world?
literally repeats back the wish that he made.
Yes.
And then she confirms it. Okay.
More than anyone.
Now, okay, up to this point, I feel like Bear has plausible deniability. I mean, there's no way he would have known the cheap toy would work. He was genuinely concerned for Nikki the day after it started, and he refused to take advantage of her even when it was like presented.
Refused to take advantage of her?
To him, right? Concern for Nikki.
What?
The day after it started, and he refused to take advantage of her even when it was like presented to him.
What the fuck? He refused to take advantage of her, even though it was presented to him. It was right there on a platter. He refused. Oh, they were pushing him. They really wanted him to. He could have. Maybe he should have. I don't know. That's fucking crazy. Why would you say that? At this point, there's really no way he could have known. I mean, give him some credit. He refused to take advantage of her. You're out of your fucking mind, dude. I'm sorry. This is fucking crazy. Nah, he lost me. He lost me. He lost me. He lost me. He deserves it. Whatever they said about him, it's I'm sorry. They're right. He refused to take advantage of her. Oh my god. Oh my god. He refused to take advantage of her. Even when presented. But here's the thing though, like he still did take advantage of her though. Like he did. He did take advantage of her. Because she was acting crazy and he told Ian she was acting crazy, and then she still pulled up on you, and you still had sex with her. But well, okay, all right, okay, all right, all right.
Right? I mean, she kissed him after all, right? Now, right here, though, at the halfway point of the movie, he does finally start to realize that the wish actually worked. But like even then, like literally every rom-com is about trying to find a way to get the other person to like you, or you manufacture a meet cute or whatever, right? Like I've seen some internet comment threads where it's like, he only saw her as an object and wanted to remove her autonomy. That's why he made that wish. But
I don't think he meant to remove her autonomy, but you could argue that he just sees her as an object, because when her entire personality is gone, he doesn't care. So he does view her as an object. He views her as an accessory, as a sex toy, basically. Like the chick from Companion, more or less. It's a good movie, you should watch it. It has the homie from The Boys in it. He did view her as an object, because everything that made her her is gone, and he still tries to stay with her the whole fucking movie. So you're wrong. You're wrong. He didn't really like anything about that girl. He's like, she's hot. And she's cool. That's it. That's as far as it went. The second she stopped being herself, he's in love with her still. That doesn't make any sense.
like he didn't wish that she would do whatever he wanted, or I wish that she would become obsessed with me.
But she... I'm gonna... Hold on. I thought I had something for this. Wait, I do. Wait. I didn't anticipate wearing this shirt today. I didn't know when I was gonna wear it. I don't even remember when I bought it, but I feel myself getting close. I'm almost there. It's fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm fine. I'm trying to be normal. I'm trying to be normal at work. He's making it hard.
That comment threads where it's like, he only saw her as an object and wanted to remove her autonomy. That's why he made that wish. But like he didn't wish that she would do whatever he wanted, or I wish that she would become obsessed with me.
He said, oh my God.
I wish, but like he didn't wish that she would do whatever he wanted.
He didn't wish that she would do whatever he wanted, but ever since he made the wish, she has been doing everything that he wanted. So just because he didn't say the words doesn't mean that the wish didn't actually happen. And he has never asked her to do something, and she doesn't do it. You're saying things that aren't true. It's upsetting me. I'm not gonna crash out.
Or I wish that she would become obsessed with me and me only. He specifically wished that Nikki would love him more than anyone, which is literally what everyone who has ever had a crush wants.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Does he not edit the... Maybe he spends more time on the animation than the actual, I was about to say lyrics, more than the bars. That's literally what everybody wants, is for their crush to love them more than anyone in the world. That is not true. That's not true. I think I wished for something like that when I was 6. That's just not true. I'm sorry, it's not.
Every single fanfic about like, golly gee, I sure wish One Direction would kidnap me and fall in love with me all at the same time. Like as if half the girls who saw this movie haven't wished the exact same thing before. Wants. Like every single fanfic about like, golly gee, I sure wish One Direction would kidnap me and fall in love with me all at the same time. Like as if half the girls who saw this movie haven't wished the exact same thing before.
Half the girls that watched this movie wish to be kidnapped by the celebrity crush of their choice. I see the problem. I see the problem. I get it. Because I was talking to somebody about this literally in a Discord voice call this morning. And I was like, I don't think that it's fair just because somebody has like a bad take on a movie. Like it's a real reflection of them and how they feel about things. I was wrong. I think Alex really believes this stuff, and I think it really does expose the type of person. He's 36 years old? No fucking shot. No way. No way. He's 36? Sorry, I'm not gonna get into it. But that is crazy.
Hello, it is I, Willem Dafoe, from the movie The Lighthouse, and I've secretly been in love with you for years. Like, you have to look at the context, okay?
Okay, all right. Half of girls wish to be kidnapped.
If Bear had gone to the store specifically and been like, hey, do you have something that'll force a girl to fall in love with me? Or if he like searched on the internet for some kind of like weird ritual that's gonna make anyone fall in love with you.
Oh my, he's still shooting so much bail, it's insane. No, it's actually too much. It's too much. He's making me want to drink. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Central Standard Time. It's not like he wanted to force her to do whatever he wanted. It's not like he went online and tried to look up rituals to like force her to do whatever he wanted. Like he didn't do any of that. That just happened and he just didn't stop it. All right, buddy. You got it, dude.
Then yeah, that's some funky stuff, man. Or like later on, we find out that maybe Ian and Nikki have been hooking up, right?
No. No. It is not maybe. It just happened. He's talking about these things as if he's guessing. Like, it's really starting to make me wonder whether he actually watched the movie or not. They were hooking up. Sarah knew it, and Ian knew it.
But Bear doesn't learn this until the very end of the movie. So, like, for example, if he'd found this out at the beginning of the movie, and he was like, oh, so Nikki's just some slut that bangs every guy except me, huh? Well, I'll show you. Then yeah, he'd be like some misogynistic incel. But for at least half of the movie, he has no idea that this would work, and in fact, he's concerned for Nikki when she does change. To me,
okay, all right. That was part 1 of the thing, I believe. There's 2 parts because we're on Reddit because we're watching it. This is bad, by the way. It is as bad as people have been describing it. I don't know how it could get worse, but it's possible. Did we watch the same movie? I guess not. I guess not. He's making the movie also sound worse than it actually is, because it's actually far better written than he's making it sound like. Also, shout out Reddit. If I ever upload something as heinous as this and think that I can delete it and you all will never see it, trust it'll probably be on that orange app. His apology is somehow worse. Don't worry, I got it.
Idea that this would work, and in fact he's concerned for Nikki when she does change. To me, at least, it totally seems like a fanfic or whatever that he thinks would have no way of actually coming true. I'm not saying Bear is a blameless, innocent victim, okay?
The fact that you have to say that after like 12 minutes into the video is crazy.
Okay, but I think some of you are a little too quick to attach motivation and subtext to this character that is not based on the movie.
You don't seem to have a good enough understanding of the movie to even try to criticize people like this.
You are a little too quick to attach motivation and subtext to this character that is not based on the movie.
He wanted to will a woman into loving him. He successfully did it. He takes advantage of her body. People were like assigning labels to him. He's evil. He's a bad guy. He's a misogynist. He's objectifying her. And Alex is like, whoa. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. You're just a little too early. What is the point of this video?
Like, it really seems like some of you want him to be a horrible, incel, intentionally malicious guy, regardless of what actually happens in the movie. Even the guy who played Bear himself said this about the character. I never thought of Bear as a villain, but what really drew me to this story was the gray morals of it all. Bear has good in him and has bad in him, like all of us. I do think that he leans more toward the bad in a lot of ways. Fully the antagonist, though? I don't think I would say fully, because the key thing is he didn't know that the wish was going to work. Sure, his desires were incredibly selfish, totally, 100%, but he didn't know the wish was going to work. And you have to assume that this guy was in close talks with the writer, director of the...
Okay, so he actually came out and corrected this. There's a clip where he's like, no, actually, he's like very clearly the bad guy. Also, the director came out, the guy that created the character and casted him, and he was like, no, it's actually very clear that Bear is the bad guy. In fact, he is so in line with his character that at the very end of the movie, that the point at the end of the movie where he's trying to take the pills so he can save Nikki, at the very last second, he decides to try and throw up because he still wants to be this selfish fuck that lives his own life and then let her just, you know, take the consequences of all the shit that he did. He is a bad guy. And the guy that played him knows he's a bad guy. And the director that created the character knows that he's a bad guy. Just because you got one quote off one interview doesn't mean that he believes that in his heart and soul. I'm sure he's been corrected at this point. He corrected himself. I've seen the clip. I don't have to show it to you. Everybody knows. But let's say even if he did feel that way about his character, an actor can still be wrong about the character that they're playing. You should still watch the movie and just make the decision yourself, you know? If I come out here and say some crazy shit, I can't just be like, I didn't mean it. You get to decide whether I meant it or not. You know, I feel like I'm crashing out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's upsetting me.
Movie the whole time. So basically, both of them are saying that Bear is meant to be ambiguous, and you all...
I'm doing it! I'm crashing out! They never said that! They never said those words! That's not real. He made it up. It's fiction. It's fabrication. He must be good with fabric. He fabricates. I can't do it. Using alcohol as a mechanism to cope is not a healthy way to deal with your issues. Like the video.
Totally, 100%. But he didn't know the wish was going to work. And you have to assume that this guy was in close talks with the writer, director of the movie the whole time. So basically, both of them are saying that Bear is meant to be ambiguous. And you...
Basically, both of them are saying Bear is meant to be ambiguous. Nobody thinks this. Literally nobody thinks this.
All are just over here like, nyah. Like, are you all equally upset about the Disney Channel original movie Zapped or
No, nigga, because we've never seen it.
16 Wishes? Because fundamentally, these are all the same movie.
Fundamentally, they're all the same movie. Let me ask you this. In that movie, after the wish or whatever the fuck happens, do they, on multiple occasions, have sex with a essentially lifeless body? Is that what happens in those movies? Shut the fuck up, Alex. Shut up. Shut up.
Like, remember Descendants 1, Mal cast a spell that made Ben fall in love with her? Where's all the Reddit threads about that?
What did he, what happened? Like, what happened after they made the wish, though?
I don't see no 2-hour video essays. You know, I made a video years ago about the show WandaVision, and everyone got so mad at me when I said it's crazy that we're supposed to be so understanding about how Wanda enslaves an entire town.
Nobody expects you to be understanding of that. I feel like... Am I shaking? I feel like he's rage baiting. He has to be rage baiting. This has to be rage bait.
And uses magic to force her husband to stay with her and have kids with her. Huh, isn't that interesting? I found this comment in a Reddit thread that puts it so perfectly, so I'm just gonna read part of it. But remember, this sub attracts the most obsessed fans of the movie. They flex about watching it at the theater like 10 times already. They make several posts a day about it. They make crazy over-analysis and theories that have no ground in the reality of the film, etc. It's not just a movie for them.
Give an example, though.
They're incredibly emotionally invested and attached to an unhealthy degree. It's almost cultish at this point. And people who are chronically online or addicted to a piece of media aren't the most emotional.
It's crazy to say that you're gonna give like a thorough, nuanced breakdown and like really deep analysis of the movie, and then you're just reading somebody else's comment on a Reddit thread.
Stable or media literate to begin with. So a lot of it comes from an emotional standpoint, hence the refusal to engage with the material in good faith and just making it say what they want the movie to say in an over-the-top, sanctimonious, dogmatic way. It's like a ritual for them, a catharsis. See also Encanto. But anyway,
I don't know what happens in Encanto. I feel like it's the responsibility of the creator when you're gonna make a reference to something, unless it's like purely for a comedic effect, you should probably like actually make a point to show an example of the thing that you're referring to. The content is bad. The video is very bad. Oh yeah, and the comment reeks also, by the way, whoever the fuck that was.
So the movie goes on. Nikki gets more and more insane. She walks around like this. She cooks up his dead cat and feeds it to him. She waits for him to come home so long that she pees herself.
Showing this is crazy. We would have believed you. It is very, very wild that like after she tapes the door shut and she like pees and shits on the floor and all that, and you know smashes her face with a bottle and shit, and like cooks the cat. Cooking the cat, I feel like for most people would have. Honestly, I had this conversation with like 4 or 5 different people. Like, at what point would you like bow out and then just like totally, the animation is appalling. I would rather continue to create podcasts where there's one still image and a little waveform at the bottom of my screen as opposed to commission art like this. I'm sorry, dog. I mean, I'm sure it took them a while to perfect the craft, but I'm just not a fan. Art's subjective, but I don't like it. I'm pretty sure cooking the cat probably would have been like, I would have immediately dipped off of that. Not just try to like alter or cancel the wish. Like I would have been like, you cooked the dead cat, that's crazy. Sorry, spoilers. He's gonna make us watch this. That's wild.
And what we come to find out is that the real Nikki is trapped inside of this demon Nikki.
Took way too long for him to bring this up.
And every so often she gets to come out for just like a brief second, which is why Nikki seems to be acting the way she does. It's like the more the real Nikki tries to break free, the more the demon has to overcorrect. Once Bear realizes that this happened because of the wish, he finds a phone number on the back of the box and he calls it to try and get his wish changed.
Is her love real?
Just because you chose this for her doesn't make it less real.
He's once again being told that he chose it for her, so it's not like her choice. So obviously it's not real, but I digress.
Okay, then I would like to cancel.
Oh, yeah, no. I would have dipped after the no, don't say that. That's valid. But the idea of the movie is that like he's very obsessed with her. And to be fair, asking somebody if they are lying about their dad's cancer would in fact ruin the date. It is a crazy reaction, and he almost certainly should have dipped after that, but he shouldn't have said that! They were having a nice date.
Really do that.
What?
I love
To his credit.
how chill the wizards are in this movie. Like, this dude's like, yeah, so your girlfriend's soul is like trapped here or whatever. Anyway, I gotta go reheat my nachos, bro. Glaucoma or something.
Do you want to talk to her?
Damn, he almost had a funny bit.
You want to talk to her?
Who is that?
Nikki?
Now, just to be clear, I'm not defending all of Bear's actions, okay?
Just to be clear, I'm not defending all of Bear's actions. Just to be clear. In case it wasn't clear, I am giving him lots of credit, but I'm not defending him. Okay.
Because at this point in the movie, he knows the wish worked, and he knows the real Nikki's soul is like trapped or whatever, but he keeps on dating her and tries to like continue on as if this isn't the most horrible situation anyone could imagine. Although, to be fair, what is he supposed to do? Because if he breaks up with her, she's gonna hunt him down. And the only other choice, as we learn, is that the spell will break if he dies.
Or get her locked up. You know. Or get her put in that place that's got mattresses for walls, you feel me? There are other solutions, you know. But I guess we're just not gonna get into it.
What the hell? What can I do then?
When you die, the wish will go away.
You're sure there's nothing else I can do?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you live. Sounds to me like you have a moral obligation to be there for her.
Another option appears when the real Nikki is able to speak very briefly while the demon Nikki is asleep.
You are you, Nikki.
Please don't wake her.
He also skipped when Barrett actually did essay her. Yeah, he seems to be purposely omitting the fact that Bear, like, ever really had sex with this woman. Like, he mentions it one time and he's like, they do the devil's tango, even though, like, you could argue that is the single thing that people are most upset by, which makes sense because, you know, that's like the worst thing that kind of happens outside of the, you know, the outright murder, of course, but like as far as things that he does to her, you know, that's kind of the worst, and he just like really glosses over it. And I think that's not a choice that I would have made if I was reviewing the movie.
Just kill me.
Now, this is another part I've seen so many posts about that I find so baffling. Like, I've literally seen people say, like, if Bear truly loved Nikki, he would have killed her when she asked. Cause, like, it's just that easy, you know? And then what? He goes to prison for life? Obviously, he doesn't want to do that. Also, it's well established.
I don't think that's why people are upset about that scene, dude.
In this movie that he's like a low self-esteem, probably depressed loser guy. So like, of course he's not going to suddenly do this completely out of character thing. Now, that being said, his reaction to this is very telling though.
What would be so bad? What's so bad about being with me?
Okay, Bear, see, I was trying to be fair, okay? And then you go and you say that.
Okay, so this is the point in the movie where he's like, I was trying to be fair, but now that the girl wants you to kill her and you're like, what's so bad about being with me? Now you lost me, Bear. I feel like he is the last person. Like, he is the single latest person to lose all of their faith in the guy. That's so interesting to me. Stay hydrated. I appreciate you. Oh, shout out to anybody that's been donating to the show. We appreciate you. Big on spreading the bread, obviously. Shout out Mr. McGee. Of course. Corvus, it's always wonderful to see you. Baby money! Reminder, I am pregnant. My wife's pregnant. It's a team game, though. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Anybody can become a member. It's $1. 400 gems? I don't know how much that is, but thank you. It's huge. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
Like, maybe everyone's right about you, you know? And this is further solidifying.
Maybe everyone's right about you. Yeah. Since now at this point, yeah. Okay.
When he knows it's not the real Nikki, and he knows the real Nikki is trapped, but he still keeps going on like this.
I'll be anything you want me to
No,
be.
don't say that.
Anything you want me to be. Let me be Nikki.
You're not being like me.
I can't be Nikki!
But this also brings up,
You're not gonna holler at me like that. I don't care who's got you possessed. What you're not gonna do is scream in my fucking face. Bear handled that well. I'll say, to his credit, he handled getting hollered at by that entity pretty well. I probably would have instinctively. He really just ate that shit.
Another interesting thematic element of the movie, I guess, which is like people are saying, you know, if he truly loved Nikki, then he would do this incredibly selfless thing for her. But remember,
inside voices in this relationship, thank you so much. If you love me more than anything in the world, can you not scream at me? Can you not scream at my face? I can feel the spittle hitting me. Nikki, I just need you to be normal. No more weird stuff, please. Meanwhile, can you not fucking scream in my fucking nose?
His wish was not that Nikki would become obsessed.
To his credit, he didn't punch her. Yeah, he probably said that. They cut it from the video.
Obsessed with him. He wished that she would love him. So why isn't her love for him as selfless as you're claiming that his love for her should be? You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not saying Nikki's the bad guy or Bear is some like blameless victim or whatever. I'm just saying there's many ways you could look at this movie. Like,
there are not that many ways you could look at the movie. It's very, very straightforward, actually.
That Nikki would become obsessed with him. He wished that she would love him. So why isn't her love for him as selfless as you're claiming that his love for her should be? You know?
Why isn't her love for him as selfless as you want his love for her to be? Her love isn't... It's not Nikki anymore. It's not her. She's not there. She was never with him. What are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not saying Nikki's the bad guy or Bear is some like...
I'm not saying Nikki's the bad guy. I'm not saying Nikki's the bad guy. Nobody would say that because she's possessed. The fact that he feels like he has to clarify that means that like he just doesn't fucking get it. He doesn't. I'm not saying that Nikki's the bad guy. Nobody was thinking that.
Blameless victim or whatever. I'm just saying there's many ways you could look at this movie. Like maybe the wish didn't work at all. Maybe Bear's just that cool. You ever thought of that? But anyway, so the very end of the movie, Nikki has killed Sarah and Ian. Bear realizes that there's no way out of this unless he dies. So he eats all the rest of his grandma's Flintstone vitamins, I assume, and dies in the arms of Nikki, who is finally freed from the spell.
Big spoils, big spoils, big spoils.
And that's more or less the end of the movie. Yes.
It's not more or less the end of the movie. It's literally the end of the movie.
So whatever your personal interpretation of the movie is, it really is a fantastic film. It's a great horror, great writing, the acting is incredible. Nikki, obviously, fantastic job. But like with a lot of other movies and shows, especially recently, the online discourse is just insane. Like, what is it about this movie in particular that people made it their entire personalities?
I think that he's just online too much. People either really love the movie or they're like, it was pretty cool. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Like, there's something very funny to me about how this movie about the dangers of unchecked obsession has gone on to spawn one of the most insanely obsessed fan bases I've ever seen. Congrats, y'all, nailed it. Now, again, I need to be very clear here, okay? Ultimately, Bear is the bad guy. He doesn't know what he did until late in the movie.
You can just tell that he knows that people aren't gonna like the video. Like, you can tell by the fact that at the end, all throughout the video, he's like, for the record, just so you know, just to be clear, because I feel like he knows the shit that he's trying to get off is, like, not being well received. So, as a content creator, and Beat Rice is in the chat, maybe he's felt this way, I don't know. If you feel like you have to over-explain yourself, or if you ever have like a concept or idea for a video or topic, or you're ever like trying to get like a certain takeoff, if you have to keep in your script or while creating it, keep having to remind the audience to not take it the wrong way, then maybe you should reconsider like what you're trying to do or what you're saying. I trust you all as fans of the Therapy podcast and YouTube channel. I trust you all to be smart enough to understand when I'm joking, when I'm being serious, when I'm being sincere. Like right now in this moment, it's pretty obvious that I'm not trying to get jokes off, right? I feel like it's insulting to your audience to be like, I just want to be clear about this. Please don't get upset. Please don't get angry. I want to be very clear about this. Bear is the villain. Bear is the villain. I promise I know that Bear is the villain. You would only say that if you feel like throughout the content that you made, it wasn't very clear. So maybe you should just rework the original content or just throw that shit away, you know? Normalize not having a take on everything. It's important to do self-reflection before making content for a lot of people. Yeah. I think people just get really complacent about their audience and their audience expectations, and I've made mistakes, you know. I'm not going to pretend like I haven't said some shit that, like, you know, reflected poorly on me, but I have an editor and he holds me accountable. And I hold myself accountable. Like, I always listen back to the show like 2 or 3 times before it goes out to anyone to make sure that, like, what I think is funny 2 or 3 times over. What I'm saying that might be controversial, you know, 2 or 3 times over, hearing it is still like, okay. I feel like it's just not that hard to not piss everybody off. How are you this wrong about a movie?
It out. He just keeps on rationalizing to himself because, like, he wants Nikki, and he doesn't seem to really care that she's being tortured the whole time, but rather he wants the demon to just act like Nikki so that he can pretend that he's actually dating Nikki, you know? Like, this is a bad dude. Yes, absolutely. Nikki is completely innocent. Her life is forever ruined because of some depression.
Okay, she's completely innocent and her life is forever ruined, but you just weren't talking about her in the beginning of the movie or like that. You literally were cracking jokes about, like, how he was going to be cooked regardless. All this stuff could happen to him. And I recognize that you were just trying to make jokes, but it gives off the impression that, like, you don't understand, like, the severity of, like, what's happening to the character, you know, but whatever.
Selfish loser guy, okay? Yes, like that's the outcome of the movie. But how we get to that point, I think, is a lot more nuanced than a lot of you were giving the movie credit for.
Ill. I don't know. I've always found this kind of cringe. You're putting your Instagram at the end of the video. Like, look at these pictures of me. Follow me on Instagram. This kind of sums up my thoughts on the piece of content that we just watched. Now, good news for you all. First of all, I feel like, you know, if it's possible that you've been entertained in the sliders for like the past hour and 17 minutes, I would appreciate it, obviously. Like the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would make me quite happy. Just a quick second or two to just subscribe. I would appreciate that. Anyways, this is not the end of this saga. No, not a little bit. Not at all. So, this, once he realized, and if you are a YouTuber or you're just familiar with YouTube in general, it's very obvious when a video is not being received well. Everybody knows what it looks like when a video has an appropriate amount of comments or an appropriate amount of likes, and it was pretty obvious that he was getting fucking fried. And I think that many people are under the impression that, oh, my video hit the algorithm and a whole bunch of people that don't understand me are just hating on me. But more often than not, most of the people that are watching your videos have seen your videos before and they are a fan of you. So this is his initial response to the feedback. Spoiler alert, he's not showing a lot of remorse. I'm going to read it to you. I don't know if this is the entire thing. I couldn't find a screenshot of the entire thing, but I think you will understand. Oh, yeah, this is. If you're getting dragged in the comment section, it's very important to not lash out and type out 14 paragraphs of code. Yeah, every single time I've gotten like a bunch of different comments, like pushing back on a specific thing that I said, I just pin a comment like, oh, I fucked up. I got this wrong. This was a mistake. Or I'll just take down the video and like correct it or make a community post about it like, oh, this was a mistake or whatever. It doesn't happen very often at all because, you know, I'm a professional. But this is what not to do. Unfortunately, some of you are doing the very thing I talked about in the video. Very condescending up top. You are only seeing and hearing what you want out of my video instead of actually listening to what I'm saying. Now, what he was actually saying is that she's the type of girl that is a ball buster and a spicy Latina and says you can't handle all of this, but when she gets in the bed, she just lays there and does nothing like SpongeBob. you weren't listening to what he was actually saying. You didn't actually listen to when he was saying you have to give him credit because he didn't jump her night one. You have to listen to the fact that he said, to his credit, it was just the devil's tango. You weren't listening to him. You just weren't listening to him. That's your fault. As I say multiple times in the video, Bear is bad. He does bad things. He is a villain. You did not say that early on in the video at all. My video was in reaction to people saying that he is some kind of evil incel from the beginning. That did not seem like the thesis statement at the top of your video. I love when people try to respond to criticism by saying that they said things that they didn't actually say when the video was public. I wanted to look at how he goes from just a normal dude into the villain. I say in the video that after he realizes the wish worked, he goes on to be the bad guy and gets worse and worse. I didn't feel the need to show every single instance of him being bad, like the post-diner scene, because they're all covered by the statement itself. You're fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I didn't feel the need to show the scene where directly after it's very obvious that she's possessed, it hard cuts to him having sex with her motionless. I didn't feel the need to show that. How are you giving like a actual nuanced analysis of the movie when you're not talking about the fact that he sexually assaulted this woman? I don't understand how you think that's appropriate, but okay. He just didn't feel the need. He just didn't think it was that important. I literally say that he is bad multiple times. I am not defending Bear. In the video, I try to make it clear that I am not defending him. But some of you are literally only hearing what you want to hear and not hearing the actual words I say in the video. He's just repeating himself. I wanted to look at how he goes from a normal kind of depressed loser guy into the villain. He just says the same thing over and over and over again. This is how you know you're fucked up. If you're saying this, what I'm about to say in your response, this is how you know you fucked up. SA is bad. Bear is bad. He does very bad, selfish things. He's talking to y'all like you're fucking 5. I literally say this at multiple points in the video. I truly do not understand how some of you are so wildly misinterpreting what I was saying. No. You never talked about sexual assault in the video. You didn't do it. You literally didn't do it. It didn't happen. We just watched it. So you trying to talk about that in the comments, like, guys, just for the record, I know the sexual assault is bad. If you have to put that in a comment in your video, nuke the whole video. just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. The fact that you have to say that as a response is fucking crazy. It's wild. Bad vid. Just take the L. This is one of my pet peeves. I feel this way in real life. I especially feel this way on YouTube. You cannot do this job if you don't know how to take an L. Just say, I fucked up. The video was bad. The jokes are bad. The animation's crazy. It was a bad video, and I'm sorry to the people that I know I offended. Anyways, obviously, this comment, guys, did you know that SA is bad? To his credit, he says SA is bad. You're right. So, he also made a video. I love YouTube.com so much. The video that we're about to watch is called, "It is definitely not a re-upload of Alex Meyers' apology video with a filter." In parentheses, not re-upload. I cannot be clear about this. This is not his apology video. But for those of you that are wondering, if you do ever find yourself in a situation about this, I can't be clear about this. It does not matter if you delete the video. We have it. We got you. It really doesn't matter. So, his comments weren't enough. This is the apology video. I have watched a lot of apology videos in my time. Let's see how this one goes. I got it on time at 1/4 speed. Quick sound check. It is possible that this apology video was great. I have not watched it. So let's see.
So, a lot's happened. I wanted to make this video because at first it was just hate on the video for Obsession, and that's fine. You can hate on it if you want. You can.
Thank you. We did.
Disagree, that's totally fine. But it has, in the past couple of days, it's devolved into personal attacks, and it's gotten to a level that I can foresee getting kind of dangerous.
Dangerous? What do you mean by that? Also, the personal attacks, you have to understand why they're happening. Like, you made Cosby jokes. You were making rape jokes in the video. You did that. You animated the girl butt naked doggy style with drool all around her. Like, you're a weird guy for doing that. That is not just content. That is you.
Some of the things some of you are doing and saying is it's gone beyond just the video. And now,
by the way, it's on time and a quarter speed.
It's become rather serious. I want to make this video. I'm going to keep it brief. I have my phone with me because I took some notes. I don't want to miss anything.
I hate this shit already. I feel like if I had to give an apology to you all, I just wouldn't need I wouldn't need a notepad, you know? I would just fucking talk to you like a normal person.
And just to clear some things up. So first of all, I'm sorry if I worded my video in a way
already lost me. Already lost me. I'm sorry if you fucked it. You did. You're literally apologizing. So obviously you messed up. I'm sorry. I'm getting mad.
Phone with me because I took some notes. I don't want to miss anything. And just to clear some things up. So first of all, I'm sorry if I worded my video in a way that made it sound like I am defending rape or pro-rape in some way.
Sorry. What the fuck? Did he just say pro-rape? Nah, maybe he should have scripted this.
Sound like I am defending rape or pro-rape in some way. That is.
You might as well just not apologize, dude. I'm sorry if I worded my video in a way that made it sound like I was pro-rape. What? Fuck the. What are you doing? No! No. No.
Very much not the intention of the video. As I said in the beginning,
we know that wasn't the intention of the video.
It very much was meant to be a good faith sort of attempt at sort of looking at this movie as a work of fiction, as a piece of media to be consumed, the same way you would do with a book or anything like that. So just to clear things up, sexual assault is bad.
Thank you.
Bear is bad. What Bear does in the movie, very bad. Bear is the villain of the movie. I think I said this in the video. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. That's my fault.
You are being passive aggressive. It's sarcastic. As somebody that has given a sarcastic apology before, he still thinks he didn't do anything wrong. He's being an asshole. I'm sorry. He is. I don't know if I was clear about that in the video. I did say he was the villain. I don't know if I was clear about it. Maybe you guys fucking missed it because you're stupid. Maybe your ears don't work. Maybe you're fucking dumb. Maybe I said that in the video. I don't know. Maybe you missed it. I thought I was clear about that. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe you're a fucking buffoon. Maybe you missed that. This is already terrible.
Bear's the villain. Bear does many, many bad things. I elected to not show every single bad thing he did because A, the video was already very long, and B...
That's not a good excuse. That's not a good excuse. That's being lazy. I chose not to include every little scene because the video was too long. How is it too long? You said it was going to be an in-depth, nuanced analysis. How is that good faith? I didn't show all the worst parts because the video was getting long. Fuck you.
I had already said that he was bad, so I didn't feel the need to show every example of that because I tried to make it clear that from like the diner scene onward, he is bad. So what he does is bad. Having sex with Nikki after the diner scene, bad.
Wow. I mean, obviously, but why couldn't you just say that in the video?
Trying to alter the wish, bad. The full reaction to sleeping Nikki, talking to him like in her sleep or whatever, I didn't show that full thing because I thought I had already said that he was bad, and so his reaction to that is very bad and very telling that he is in fact the villain. I can't remember everything in the movie, but just everything he does after that point.
I can't remember everything in the movie. Then this is the problem. I do remember everything in the movie, and I hadn't even made any content about it really yet. Like, why is it so, like, even now, when you're trying to do an apology, which is very important, I imagine that this is probably the most controversial thing that's ever happened to him. I'm just guessing. I can't remember everything that happened. Then fucking look it up and then just edit the apology video. Do you know how to edit? I don't remember. Do you know how many times I can't remember some shit? I'm like, editor Derek, look it up. And then, you know, he drops it in. You know, that's how the content works. This is fucking terrible. This is so annoying.
Is bad and it gets worse. And I tried to make that clear. And if I didn't, I'm sorry about that. When I said that, of course, he's not going to kill her like she asked, that wasn't meant to be a defense of him. That was me simply doing an objective observation that I don't think anyone would have done that in that situation. So to me, it made sense that he made that choice. Not because it's a good choice, but because that seems like a normal reaction, especially for someone who is bad, like Bear. The video was not...
I think that literally the only single rational point that he made in that entire video was that it's a bit much to expect Bear to immediately murder this woman after she's like, please kill me, you know? Like, I understand that. But you only made that point because you were doing like some straw man argument about the fact that everybody was saying that he should have just killed her. And it's like, I didn't see a single person say that. This is the problem when you come up with like a concept for a video. So you go looking for talking points to counter just so you can like script or structure a piece of content. But like people weren't actually, that wasn't a really big part of the movie. Like that part of the movie is very important, but him not instantly killing her was not like a big point of contention. The biggest thing that upset people about that scene was him saying like, what's so bad about being with me? And then just fucking leaving while she's like whimpering and crying. That is far more important than like, nobody was really like, why didn't you just kill her? Why didn't you just stab her right there? Nope, I don't think any reasonable person was saying that. So you know what? I take it back. It actually wasn't that great of a point.
Meant to be a defensive Bear. I think I say that in the video. It is a sort of an objective observation of how he gets from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie.
It's not an objective observation. It's not an objective observation.
Addressing some other comments, the Latina jokes were conceived by a Latina woman from Central America. And to me, they seemed no more problematic than...
Hold on, what do you say?
Beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. Addressing some other comments, the Latina jokes were conceived by a Latina woman from...
The Latina jokes were conceived by a Latina woman
from Central America. And to me, they seemed no more problematic than your average Instagram reel or like SNL skit, like the Bad Bunny Tia skit. To me, they seem perfectly in line with all of that.
He doesn't understand why people are upset about it. And also, wait, you're telling me that so what you're saying is we shouldn't be mad at you. We should be mad at some other random, incredibly unfunny Latina woman that I guess works with you? Because the things that he's referring to as jokes weren't even really jokes. They were just like, she's a spicy Latina. She's crazy. She's Latina. She's a Latina woman. She's wild. Ooh, you never had a chance. She's Latina. You get what you asked for. She's Latina. Like, they weren't even jokes. They were just like you basically did the equivalent of like, of course she's loud. She's a black woman. Like, that's not a joke. It's kind of fucking mean. And whatever Latina woman wrote the jokes for you, fire her. She sucks.
People said that they were offended by those jokes. They were not meant to be as such. They were meant to be silly, written by someone who is in that group. Going off of that, the joking nature...
I don't believe this, by the way. Like, I just don't believe that somebody wrote that for you. There's no way that you are employing somebody that is writing whack shit for you like that. I don't believe that's true. I want to believe that this is just cope. There's no way a Latina woman wrote that.
The picture of the video itself is not meant to make light of rape or make light of what happens in the movie directly.
But you did it though.
But rather, that's how my videos have always been for 10 years. That's kind of the shtick that I do these goofy animated cartoon videos about movies. Perhaps the jokes were too jokey for the subject of the movie. Maybe that was a mistake on my part. You know,
the jokes were too jokey for the subject of the movie. I feel like most people don't enjoy jokes about rape. I feel like that's not that hard to read.
And I was fully aware, like I said in the intro of the video, I was fully aware that people would disagree with my opinion. Like I said, it was made in good faith. I knew people would disagree, but as I said at the beginning of this video, it's gotten to the point where it's not just disagreeing about my thoughts on the movie, but now it's gotten to a point where people are spreading complete lies about me.
Oh, I'm ready to get into this because I don't know anything about this guy, and he's about to give me a bunch of information that I didn't know.
And from the DMs I'm getting and from what I've seen, it's getting to a point where it could become like very real. So I just want to reiterate a few things. Some simple and some not. First of all, I've only been divorced once. That was back in 2020. There was no reason.
You don't have to do this. 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 Nobody asked for this. This does not matter. You don't have to do this. I promise you don't. I promise you don't have to do this.
Divorce, that is a one-time thing. I am not a rapist. I do not condone rape. I do respect women. I do not think women deserve to be raped.
Oh my God, this shit is so bad. It's so passive aggressive. It's so terrible. It's really, really, really bad. It's so bad. He's just reading hate comments. He's just like, I would just like to say for the record, all these things that people are saying about me are not true. I am not a rapist. I did not get divorced twice, by the way. I just want to be very clear about that. I was only divorced one time. One divorce. I'm not a rapist. I've never raped anybody. I do not condone rape. I don't think rape is cool. Like, how dare you? I don't think that women are objects. Dude, just apologize for the video. The jokes were bad. The video sucks. I'm sorry. I offended people. Clearly. I will be better. This is so passive aggressive and it's really, really bad.
Apparently I need to say
I didn't look twice in those teenager.
this very clearly. So that is my thoughts on the topic. And to close things out, I am not a thought leader. I'm not a politician. I'm just a random guy on YouTube who's making cartoons.
He's just a guy.
About movies. And some of those movies have heavy subject matter.
I'm just a guy.
Sometimes it relates to you in a very direct way. But ultimately, I'm just making mostly jokey cartoons.
Stop criticizing me. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy with 1 billion views. I'm just a guy with 4 million subscribers. I'm nobody. Stop taking what I say seriously. I'm just a guy. Give me a break.
About movies. And maybe you don't think they're funny or you don't think they're good or whatever. But that's all I'm doing. And I've never claimed to be a perfect person. I've never claimed to be an arbiter of morality. I'm just a dude on YouTube.
I'm just a dude.
Making jokes about movies. So, thank you for your time.
I would rate this apology Chathy, what do you think? 1 to 10. 10 being the best apology, 1 being better off not even making it at all. One and a half. If I really glazed it, maybe a 1.5. A light to decent 1. In fact, 1 to his credit. Here's the thing. Strong 0 to a light 1. It's nice that he, like, I guess, addressed the stuff. But he also deleted the apology. So there's really no reason to believe that he really actually gives a fuck about anything. Also, in the apology, he's just like, I don't know if you guys are stupid. I don't know if you noticed. But I said that he was a bad guy. Strong 0 to a light 1 shouldn't exist. Here's the end of our story. Thanks for hanging out. This is where we end. You go to his channel, and this is what we have. I have taken down both videos relating to obsession. I am sorry to those who were hurt by them. I will be more mindful of my words and jokes in the future. Wow. That is kind of like 100 times better than like what we just watched. I took down the video. I'm sorry to those who were hurt. I will be better in the future. That's literally all anybody wanted. Get rid of the video, say sorry, say you'll do better. Like, that's literally all you had to do. It's fucking stupid. Why do people act like they have no idea how YouTube controversies work? Like, I don't understand. He's like, I just want to be clear about the fact that people are being very mean to me. People were calling me mean names. They're saying terrible things about me. Well, you made a terrible piece of content, you know? Like, I don't really get any hate, like, at all. Judge me by my haters. They're all whack, or they're a part of Hoot Gang, okay? But if I suddenly earned a bunch of haters, if like hundreds or thousands of them popped up, you know, I would assume it's because I did something wrong. You know, I'm a pretty reasonable guy with a pretty reasonable audience. And I just think that it's not that hard to not fuck up this bad. Here's the last thing I'll say. Editor Derek, we're wrapping up. This post by him has 9,900 likes and it has 10,000 comments. So I don't think that it really worked. The top comment is, bro gave the bear props for not assaulting a woman and thought that would land. That is basically it. This comment has 10,000 likes and his post doesn't have 10,000 likes. I have never in my life seen somebody apologize on a community post and one comment ratio the whole fucking post. So I think he's good. I think he lost. I think that's about it. Here's where we'll end. YouTube ratio. That's rare. That's really rare. If I drop a YouTube video and a hate comment on the video gets more likes than my actual YouTube video, I'm taking the whole week off. I gotta reevaluate everything. That shit is terrible. In closing, okay? In closing, Obsession is a really great movie. I've watched it 6 times. I don't say this often about movies. It is a 10 out of 10 movie, in my opinion. The acting is great. The story is great. The performances, the little Easter eggs, the subtle foreshadowing, every single little detail matters. And that's why I can watch it 6 whole times with 4 or 5 different people and still find things every time that I enjoy more and more. Alex Meyers did a disservice to this movie by talking about it in the way that he did. And I think that's unfortunate because, you know, obviously he's talented somewhere. I didn't see it today, but people like him for some reason. And it's just unfortunate that people with that large of a platform are still making terrible mistakes like this and then responding to them terribly. Terrible comments, terrible apology videos, terrible community posts. I wish him the best. You know, I don't like him. I think his content kind of sucks, but you know, no hate to the guy. He's already going through it. I think he understands how bad it is. Maybe I'll put out my own Obsession review someday, or maybe my editor will clip me talking about it from this. I don't know. I feel like this is enough. I think you guys get it. I fucking love the movie. What's coming up? Top 20 favorite Kendrick songs is something that I'm doing to like celebrate 40,000 subscribers. I've been like doing the list, getting it right, back and forth here and there. Like I think I have like a good. Should I show you a little peek at the list? Do you care? You don't care. I don't want to spoil it. I kind of want to show it. But that's coming up. Worst interspeaker Tame Impala today? Yes. Yes, I can do that. In fact, I can do that in like 30 minutes to an hour, actually. Sneak peek? Absolutely. Okay. Also, I'm going to listen to Tame Impala live on the channel. You care? Okay. All right, I'll show you. This list is subject to change, but this is where I'm sitting right now. These are my top 20 Kendrick songs, and I plan on doing a video talking about every single one of them. It might be a 2-part video because it's going to be a lot. But I haven't made any like long form stuff in a while, so I'll forget. Okay. Yeah, I would do it either this afternoon or this evening because I want to get a podcast out today. This is my tentative top 22. If Beat Rice is still here, I'm sure he'll appreciate the fact that I have Duckworth at 2. But yeah, these aren't what I think are the best Kendrick songs, but these are my favorite in order right now. So that's how I feel listening back to them. For those of you that aren't looking at your screens, I have my top 10 is Good Kid at 10, Complexion at 9, Backseat Freestyle at 8, Sing About Me at 7, Hole Up at 6, All Right at 5, These Walls at 4, Fear at 3, Duckworth at 2, Mad City at 1. So yeah, I'm still working on it. It might change. It's probably not going to change. But yeah, I look forward to talking to you all about why I love these songs so much. Yes, N95 is slept on. It's in the top 20 for me. I think it's one of the best sounding songs on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. What's crazy about this list is the T-Pab glaze is kind of crazy. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like six out of the 20 songs is T-Pab. But what can I say? It's the best rap album of all time. That's all I have for you all today. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I watched the first episode of Naruto today. Like I rewatched it, and I might start a little series just going through all the Naruto episodes. I think it'll be funny. First episode of Naruto is crazy. Quick sneak peek. For like 5 seconds, it's like, once upon a time, big ass fox attacked the fuck out of our village. A really dope dude with blonde hair wrapped that shit up shockingly quick and sealed it in a baby. You're like, wow, what the fuck did that baby do to deserve this? Then we get Naruto, young Naruto. Oh my God, Mr. McGee, that's crazy. Get those memberships. That's wild. Young Naruto is a young knucklehead. He sucks at everything. His transformation jutsu is it shows Sakura and Sasuke do their transformation. They turn into Iruka perfectly. They don't use that enough in the series. And then Naruto, his transformation jutsu, he does the harem. He turns into a tall, blonde, sexy woman. It's insane. He's doing crazy shit. He's vandalizing the monument with all the Hokage on it. He's painting shit on walls. He's a real problem. The graduation test to become a Genin is a clone jutsu. His clone is ass. Everybody in class apparently was able to make 3 or 4 clones. Naruto couldn't make 1. He sucks. He's really bad. Then Iruka's the only one that's being cool with him because he's like supervising Naruto while he's doing the punishment. And he's like, you don't get to go home until all of this is finished. And Naruto's like, I have no one to go home to. And Iruka's like, fuck, my bad. What I meant to say was, you don't get to leave. You don't get to go have ramen with me later until you finish this punishment. And then Naruto's like, okay. Mitsubishi or whatever, this other Chunin pulls up on Naruto and he's like, man, all these motherfuckers hating on you, but I know a way that you could come out on top. You could move up, you could graduate. Steal this scroll, learn this jutsu, and they'll let you through, right? What's crazy is he's actually right, but he's manipulating Naruto because he wants the secret jutsu. This shit is crazy, by the way. First episode, a show about 12-year-olds. Mizuki is like, Naruto's gonna steal this for me. I'm going to kill him, take the scroll, and dip out the village. What the fuck? I remember being so pissed at Mizuki when the series started. Like, he's really gonna kill Naruto. The show's called Naruto, and it's the first episode. I was a stupid fucking idiot. Why did I think Naruto was actually gonna die? So he's gonna kill Naruto. There's this crazy scene. There's this funny ass scene where Mizuki is like chasing Naruto. Iruka is chasing Naruto. He's like, Naruto, come back. After a little fight with Mizuki, Iruka's like, Naruto, come back. Naruto headbutts the fuck out of him. Iruka turns in Mizuki, and Mizuki's like, how did you know that I was Iruka? Naruto transforms into Iruka, and Iruka's like, I know that you weren't Iruka, because nigga, I'm Iruka. Oh my God. So Iruka's ass, by the way, Mizuki's whooping his ass. And then Naruto, this shit is insane. So they're going back and forth. Mizuki keeps trying to manipulate Naruto. Iruka's like, dude, I fuck with you. Like, I believe in you. And Mizuki's like, they're just lying to you. Everybody hates you. You're actually the demon fox spirit. You killed Iruka's family. Damn! Naruto's trying to run off, but he overhears Iruka being like, you're right about Naruto. Naruto's like, what? What do you mean? Iruka's like, he is a knucklehead, but he just like me for real. I was a fuck up before, but I believe in him, blah, 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 right? Iruka's about to die, but then Naruto headbutts the fuck out of Mizuki. This is crazy. It's like his go-to move. Headbutting a fully grown man, just launching himself like out of a fucking cannon. Then Mizuki's like, bro, I will literally one-shot you. I'm no joke. Mizuki looks Naruto dead in the eyes. He's like, dude, I will literally one-shot you. Puts his fist up. He's like, I could knock your ass out with one punch. Naruto's like, bitch, I wish you would try. Hits a shadow clone jutsu on everything I love, literally 1,000 Naruto clones. 1,000. Like, I tried counting on the screen. I was like, bare minimum hundreds of Naruto. This nigga summoned hundreds. It is so much overkill. And it really kind of like when you're going throughout the series, through the rest of like the original Naruto, you're like, why doesn't he do that more? Like, that nigga summoned hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of real clones to beat one guy. And like, he beats the dog piss out of Mizuki. And then Iruka's like, hey man, that shit was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You could probably whoop me already. Iruka is ass. He's probably the weakest ninja in the village. And then he gives Naruto the headband. He's like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that shit was crazy. You deserve to at least be a Genin. And that's the first episode. That shit is peak. So much happens in the pilot episode. So, you know, yeah. I've watched Naruto before, but I thought rewatching the pilot, I would be like, it's probably going to be ass, you know. I was wrong. That shit is peak. Editor Derek, just chop that up and we'll just make that a podcast, honestly. Shout out Mr. McGee, by the way. This is huge. It's really, really huge. Most of the revenue from my YouTube channel, I'm just going to tell y'all straight up, is because of memberships. I be getting hit with copyright shit. So the only way I'm allowed to do what I do and keep doing this for a job is because of people like Mr. McGee and people like you all that are members of the channel. Thank you. I owe y'all some curls.